hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we pull the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On two, right?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. 11. This is Mixon on the draw. And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Here we go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Bengals at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14 to nothing. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here. No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. 2nd and 4. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Tough adjustments in the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And complete to Drake London.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Going up top.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Here we go. 11-90.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now they'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun, and they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Pirine. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Or can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Another try for Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3rd and goal. Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Footing always a concern with the extra points on the way. And the lead is up to 15 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Mickens to return. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back in his own 3-yard line.
Daxton Hill
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Got London on a slant.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run it with Coleman, and he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw.
Got his man. It's London.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a play fake here on first down.
Throws right back to London. Complete again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They go play action here on first down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Coleman will try up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Into the hands of London. And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At their own 37.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Looking to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Mixon running right, and this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy. Line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man, it's London.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to... the final stages. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Back to throw again. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquise Goodwin, 44 yards. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this will end the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bengals, they move back over.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo, Porsche, photogenic. All I know is the